Starting your lock or natural hair journey is oh so rewarding, but can be extremely stressful when you start to consider what products to use. If that's you, then look no further. Locklicious is a Black-owned company that has created an all-natural product line for locked and loose natural crowns. The Locklicious team works hard to ensure that their products are free of parabens, phthalates, sulfates, PEG, synthetics, and other toxic chemicals you find in other products. Best of all, the products are lightweight and will not leave residue or cause buildup. Go to locklicious.com to start treating your crown like royalty.
Greetings, family. I'm Dr. Jamille Harrell-Sims, and I'm a proud contributor to the African Diaspora News Network. Make sure you click like, share, and subscribe, and also hit the bell so you know each time we upload a new video. Today's commentary. According to Politico, the state of California has made mandatory ethnic studies in K-12 grades in order to graduate from high school. Yay! Or not. Let me tell you my thoughts on this. As an educator, it's going to be a semester-long class. Here are the issues I have with it. Number one, it doesn't start until 2029 because they need more time to develop a curriculum. Let me tell you about that Trojan horse. They give you a truth, but they don't give you the truth. What am I talking about? Here's my thoughts on it. Well, one semester of ethnic studies is not going to change things. Whose history is going to be taught? Who's going to be teaching it? According to whose paradigm? And, of course, who's writing the curriculum? Because I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to whitewash it. I'm going to tell you that there are too many ethnic groups for you to take one semester. When you're in college, because I teach at a university, when you're in college, it's not one semester, it's a year. When you have to take government or political science or any of those, you have government 1, government 2, or you have poli-sci 1, poli-sci 2. It's a whole year, but they're giving you one semester. Here's another caveat. If you're going to do ethnic studies, guess what? I'm not going to say it. There's some agendas going on. You know what the agenda is, and they're going to put that agenda in there as well. So be careful what you ask for. 2029 is 2021. So by the time they do this, your kids will be grown. Your grandchildren will probably be grown. Who knows? 2029, they'll come up with something else. It's just like the Voting Rights Act. Yay! We got the Voting Rights Act, but guess what? They have to re-vote it in every 25 years. So what does that tell you? We do not have permanent voting rights. So while you're fighting about voting rights, you need to be fighting about them being permanent if voting means that much to you, because they're temporary, not permanent. So Governor Gavin Newsom is a person who okayed this bill, and there's not a whole lot of hoopla about it, but they are trying to get it through. But if you haven't heard of it, there's a reason why you haven't heard of it. Now, California is often the first to do some things in the country, and they hope that it'll catch wildfire and go across the country. But I'm going to tell you right now, that critical race theory situation was a bunch of BS. Anytime they give you a piece of something, they're getting ready to screw you somewhere else. So in my opinion, don't get excited about it. I'm not excited about it. I remember a few years ago, my alma mater was fighting to have ethnic studies as a requirement for your bachelor's degree, and they got shot down while it had a Black president of the university. It got shot down. And they kept fighting and kept fighting, and it kept getting shot down. So really, whose history? Because we all know that we were enslaved. We know that. But what are you going to teach beyond that? Are you going to keep teaching the same old stuff? Or are you going to teach something different? So, basically, and this is supposed to be a result of George Floyd. It's supposed to be the catalyst for all this. But let me tell you what I think about that. This is my opinion. You don't have to agree. Don't care if you don't. George Floyd happened during the pandemic. Therefore, I believe that a lot of people were out there because they were tired of being in the house. This is called in anti-racist curriculum performance allyship. Performance allyship. I teach anti-racist curriculum, so I know what I'm talking about. And there was a lot of performance allyship. They are allies because it's something to do. You know, they're stuck in the house. They pretend like they're woke, which has been co-opted as well. Everything we do gets co-opted. So some people are out there because they really truly want change and they're down with us. But a lot of those people were not. As you could see on the news when you had people walking around with black on, spray painting stuff. You had bricks stacked, you know, so that they could create damage when it was a peaceful protest. But, you know, we want to create damage so we can blame it on certain groups. And then we found out that the certain groups that were talking all this, hey, we want solidarity, it really wasn't about us. It was about another group. So I'm looking at all this with a critical eye, and I disagree with one semester. I also think that that curriculum should be written by the people who represent it. I'm not talking about the Boule. I'm not talking about the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. I'm not talking about the NAACP. Let us African American history professors, let our scholars write it. You know, include Dr. Leonard Jeffries and his work. Include Dr. Ivan Van Sertima and his work. Include Kaba Kameen. Include all these other brothers and sisters who have been on the forefront. Include Queen's sister, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. They're not going to include because it's too black. So what are you going to teach? What are you going to put emphasis on? And then what other thing are you going to push down our children's throat that they don't need to know about until they choose on their own without being prompted to learn about it? That's what I have to say about that. Let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, may the Most High bless you, be well, be safe. Peace.
Colonization never ended in the white supremacist system. And as we see today, the colonization is in the mind. Now, those who have been enslaved and those who have been colonized, we're still dealing with the remnants of that through the colonization of the mind. Pick up my book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, and we will help deprogram you from the colonization that was put upon you by generations and generations of white supremacy. You can pick it up today on Amazon.com.